If you haven't figured out already, a lot of this is about telling your story. And I know that can be really intimidating and it can be really scary, but the best part is that it happens when you want it to happen. You are in control of that. And for me, in my experience, the more growth that I did and the more I started owning my own truths and my own struggles, the more I wanted to share, and just like own where I was at and not be too afraid to share that. And the more honest I was with my followers and my support group, the better responses that I got. And it was absolutely incredible. And it only inspired me to share even more as I went. But rest assured, it did not happen overnight. And so for me, like, fitness had been a part of my life for a really long time. And I knew everything I knew about fitness and like health and wellness from my husband at the time. He was my boyfriend. But I wanted to do it my way. I was the gym goer who knew my way around the gym, but wanted 3 cookies when I got home and thought I deserved it. And then bitched about why I wasn't seeing results the way I wanted to see results. It wasn't until fast forward, it wasn't until I had my baby that I realized how much my body was going to change. Instead of everyone telling me that, like, sleep when the baby sleeps, I wish people talked more about how my body was going to change, because I totally compared myself, because I was in great shape before I got pregnant, when I saw women who were also in great shape before they got pregnant and they bounced back like Beyonce. And then I didn't. And I played the comparison game, I played the pity pot game, and I played that for a really long time. And it wasn't until, again, fast forward, it wasn't until about 3 years after having my daughter that I really wanted to get serious about taking care of my body. Before that, in that 3 years, like, I dipped and dabbled into getting into the gym. I definitely used her as an excuse. And I just wasn't ready. This is really what it came down to. I wasn't willing, I wasn't committed, and the pain wasn't great enough until it was. And I wanted to take care of myself. I wanted to take the next step, and I was willing to take more suggestions. And so I did that until I finally realized that I was missing the accountability piece. My husband can ask me if I'm going to the gym. My husband was definitely a great partner for that. But I needed girls. I needed women in my life who were going to hold me accountable. And I wanted to hold people accountable too. I wanted to share my story and share that with other people. I didn't want to feel so alone. And the other part of me dipping into coaching was, the more work I did on myself in and outside of the gym, the more I realized that I wanted to inspire other people to find their journey in health and wellness. And the more I wanted to be around women who had like-minded spirit and who wanted something more. I started feeling this pull, like, inside of my soul. I share about this all the time, that was telling me to be a part of something bigger and was encouraging me to continue to try to find something that was bigger, to step into that arena, because it was time. And really the only thing that was stopping me was me. My cousin asked me to be a part of this arena, Beachbody Arena, for a better part of a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. And mind you, I was sort of building my brand on Instagram while she was inviting. So I was pretty much doing what she was doing, and I was just missing out on not only the opportunity, but I was also missing out on all the women that were a part of this. And once I stepped out of my own way, and started my Beachbody journey, oh my God, my only regret is not doing it sooner. And I just kind of, I dove into the suggestions, I dove into the training calls, I dove into my journey. And I started out with 21 Day Fix, and I was introduced to the portion controls. And what I loved about it was that I was going to be held accountable to the food and to the nutrition, but I also didn't feel trapped, and I also didn't feel deprived. And I felt like I was eating all day long because I was definitely the dieter, the yo-yo fad diet situation. And I just wanted to feel balance and peace when it came to nutrition. And it's something that I don't think I ever felt until I was introduced to 21 Day Fix. 21 Day Fix is not my program, which is even more amazing because you're going to do programs in this arena that are not for you, and that's okay. T20 is my sole program still to this day. I absolutely loved it. Shaun T was an absolute inspiration. If there are 60 workouts in that program, 59 of them I was crying by the end, like just because of the mindset inspiration, the soul set inspiration, the body inspiration, just everything. And I just wanted to continue to grow, and I was surrounding myself with women who wanted to do the same, and it was a beautiful thing. And that's when I started really sharing more of my story about recovery. Those of you who don't know, in June, I will have 8 years clean and sober from active addiction, from drugs and alcohol. And it's something that I have sprinkled about throughout my journey, but it wasn't until August of 2019 when I came back from our first summit trip, the first Beachbody trip that I went on, that I was really encouraged and inspired to dive right in and just share it all and have no regret about it. And I can't even tell you the outpour of love and support and respect for sharing my story. And forget about selling challenge packs, and forget about selling pre-workout or Shakeology. I was reaching people, and people were just putting in inbox that I was inspiring them to not rely on a vice that they have in their life just for that day. Absolutely incredible. I couldn't care less about selling something when I get messages like that. That is what sets my soul on fire. What also sets my soul on fire is when I get clients and challengers who tell me that they're feeling better, who tell me that they're listening to podcasts. One of my favorite clients right now hasn't even completed a workout program. I know that sounds very strange, but hear me out. Her mindset has changed the most. She's dipping and dabbling into different workout programs, which is fine. It's her journey, and it's something that she's going to have to go along with. But her mindset from when the time we started connecting and now has a complete turnaround. And that is why I'm here, because I want people to know that I was once that scared little girl, and I am still in ways still that scared little girl. But I'm going to make it also. I'm doing the work, I've been doing the work, and I'm going to continue doing the work so that I am reminding myself and other people, and the people that I surround myself with are also reminding me that I deserve to be here too. I love sharing my passion. I love inspiring. I truly think that I have a calling for it. Because I just know that if I continued, I know in my soul, in my heart of hearts, that if I continued living the way I was living, I would be dead. So the fact that my higher power, the universe, spared me and I'm here and allowed me to dive into the work and figure out who I am and still continue to figure out who I am, and that I'm still here, I owe it. I'd be doing a disservice by not sharing that. And my story is ongoing. My story is forever changing, and I'm in love with this process. And it's really because I've just embraced it. And it hasn't always been easy. I came out the gate, the business side of it, I came out the gate in Success Club Starter. If you don't know what that is, message me, we can talk about it. My name was on stuff. I was really hitting it, and it felt amazing. And that happened for a few months. And then there was 2 or 3 months where I didn't hit Success Club at all. And I wasn't, it felt like I wasn't building my business, and it felt like nothing was coming. But I needed to go through those things because now that I feel like I'm back in the game, I also know what it feels like to be at a standstill and to continue to push through and to continue to have that grit and relentlessly show up no matter what. Because my journey is going to be here regardless if I'm selling a challenge pack, regardless if someone asks me about Shakeology. I'm here. I'm here for it all. And I'm just grateful for this entire process because, like I said, my story is forever changing and it's still going. And I'm excited to where it's going to go next.